भारतको प्रतिक्रिया नेपालले जारी गरेको नयाँ नक्सा अस्वीकार्य। भारतले नेपालको नयाँ राजनैतिक नक्सा स्वीकार्य नहुने बताएको छ। नेपाल सरकारले लिम्पियाधुरा, कालापानी र लिपुलेक क्षेत्रलाई समेटेर नयाँ नक्सा जारी गरेपछि भारतले त्यसको विरोध गरेको हो। भारतीय विदेश मन्त्रालयले बुधबार विज्ञप्ति जारी गर्दै नेपालले जारी गरेको नक्सालाई आफ्नो भूभागमा पारेको दाबी गरेको छ। उसले भनेको छ, एकपक्षीय रूपमा गरेको यो कार्य ऐतिहासिक तथा प्रमाणमा आधारित छैन। यो सीमा विवाद द्विपक्षीय कूटनीतिक संवाद मार्फत समाधान गर्न साझेदारी विपरीत छ। नेपालले गरेको दाबी बनावटी भएको भन्दै भारतले यो स्वीकार्य नहुने बताएको छ। सीमा विवादमा भारतको अडानबारे नेपाल जानकार रहेको भन्दै भारतीय विदेश मन्त्रालयका प्रवक्ता अनुराग श्रीवास्तवले भनेका छन्, हामी नेपालीलाई यस्तो अनुसूचित दाबी गर्न र भारतको सार्वभौम सत्ता र भौगोलिक अखण्डताको सामना गर्न आग्रह गर्दछौं। संवादका माध्यमबाट सीमा सम्बन्धी समस्या समाधान गर्न पूर्व सहमति उल्लङ्घन गर्दै भारतीय भूमि दाबी गर्ने गरी आएको यो नक्सा स्वीकार्य नहुने उसले बताएको छ। साथै नेपाल नेतृत्वले कूटनैतिक संवाद मार्फत सीमा विवाद समाधान गर्ने वातावरण बनाउने विश्वास व्यक्त गरे। यस्तो एकतर्फी कार्यबाट टाढै रहन र वार्ता मार्फत सीमा सम्बन्धी समस्या समाधानका लागि वातावरण बनाउन उसले नेपाल सरकारलाई अनुरोध गरेको छ। भारतले नोभेम्बरमा यसरी नै एकपक्षीय रूपमा नयाँ राजनैतिक नक्सा जारी गरेको थियो। नेपाली भूभागलाई समेटेर नक्सा जारी गरेको भन्दै नेपालले विरोध गर्नुको साथै कूटनैतिक नोट पठायो। सीमा विवादबाट संवाद गर्ने परराष्ट्र सचिव स्तरीय संयन्त्रको बैठकको मिति 2 पटक प्रस्ताव गरिएको थियो, तर भारतले बैठक टार्दै आएको थियो। साथै लिपुलेकमा नेपाली भूमि अतिक्रमण गरेर बनाएको कोभिड-19 को महामारीको बेला उद्घाटन गरेर नेपालले विरोध गर्यो, तर तत्काल सीमा विवाद समस्याबाट समाधान गर्न चाहेको भन्दै परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालयले विज्ञप्ति जारी गरे पनि भारतले त्यसलाई व्यवस्था गरेको थियो। कोरोना संकट समाधान भएपछि संवाद गर्ने भारतले फेरि वार्ता टार्ने खोजेपछि नेपाल सरकारले सोमबार मन्त्री परिषदबाट नयाँ नक्सा पारित गरी बुधबार अपराह्न सार्वजनिक गरेको थियो। वार्ताका लागि पटक पटक नेपालले गरेको प्रयासलाई लत्याएको भारतले यसपटक भने वार्ता गर्न चाहेको बताएको छ। साथै नेपाली एक्टर राजेश शर्माले आफ्नो फेसबुक पेज मार्फत यस्तो प्रतिक्रिया दिएका छन्। नेपाल र नेपाली जनताको लागि हितकारी कुरा यसरी जोडेका छन्।
The cattle black and India, for no doubt, India today is being a powerful country, not only of this region, but also a force that is to be recognized and respected globally. Needs to project or show some kind of magnanimity befitting the stature of such a nation, especially when it comes to its friendly neighbors. But Nepal basically only wants fair deal based on fact and statistics. It is only demanding to have what truly belongs to her, not more, not less. Nepali people will always want cordial, lasting relations with India. Whenever Indian government had extended some warmth of friendship, Nepali people have always reciprocated with open heart. I recalled the very first visit of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, to Nepal as a Prime Minister, and the warmth and the fraternal affections and the goodwill was so infectious that Modi ji stepped out of his motorcade and went amongst the elated bystanders, to the bewilderment of 3 or 5 layers of security that was provided to him. The crowd not only spontaneously cheered and showered him with all kinds of praise, but treated him like a rock star. And to be honest, to be frank, I have yet to see that kind of reception meted out to our own leaders so spontaneously and voluntarily by the crowd of Nepal. But then again, unfortunately, the exhilaration met with an untimely death when Prime Minister Modi's government imposed trade blockade during the aftermath of 2015 devastating earthquake. This has left a deep wound, at least to this generation of Nepali people. Therefore, time and again, this untimely blockades and with lopsided treaties and agreements and unresolved border disputes, and not to mention taking advantage of the weakness of our political leaders, has a repercussion of which, befalls this nation and its people. Therefore, the current step that India has taken vis-a-vis Limpiadhura and Lipu Lake has in some way come as the last straw on the camel's back. It is not at all in the benefit of not only the two concerned nations, but also for the entire SAARC region, to say the least. It definitely not conducive for a nation like India that's marching ahead with global ambition, to have more than its share of neighbors that it has a hostile, relationship with. And the hostility looming in the air need not to persist, because anger and malice is going to take us nowhere. The consequence, of course, is going to be far more damaging for both the countries. And at this time of global crisis, in a pandemic like this, where the whole world is suffering, India, being a powerful country in the region, needs to respond to the need of their less fortunate neighbors. And this kind of action will only raise the level of India in the international arena to the next level. And as one Indian politician, a seasoned Indian politician, rightly foresees, India as a development power, and its rise is being linked to its ability to provide governance solution to the development needs to countries in Asia and Africa. Also, just recently I was fortunate enough to hear the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi's address to his nation. I think it was on the occasion of Buddha Jayanti, and he said something like, I would like to roughly quote what he said. He said, we should always work with a sense of service only. When there is compassion, sympathy, then these feelings make us so strong that one can overcome the biggest challenge. So we here in Nepal only wish that Mr. Modi would overcome this challenge, not just with compassion and sympathy. Of course, we need that, but with all fairness and a good dose of empathy. Because we here in Nepal take the border, like I said, misunderstanding on an optimistic note, on the Indian part, with great deal of regret, and ask to return what is justly belongs to Nepal. All the historical evidence clearly points out, proves that Limpiadhura And Lipu Lake region is in all fairness part of Nepal. Therefore, as a country, as a nation, as the people of this country, we are just humbly requesting our friendly neighbor to look into the facts of the history, the statistics, and deal this matter with all fairness and justice, amicably, through cordial diplomatic channels, because this kind of antagonistic atmosphere in this region is not only not good for both the nations concerned, but for this entire region as well. I am sure, despite few ups and downs and challenging moments here and there, basically India and Nepal share a relationship that is probably unmatched anywhere else in the world. And this challenge that we are facing at the moment right now, India will deal very fairly and justly and come out with a solution that appeases the Nepali population and makes them feel that they have been dealt justly. Thank you.
gsnepal.com तपाईहरु हेर्दै जानुहोस्, हामी अपडेट गर्दै जानेछौं र हेरिसकेपछि मन पर्यो भने सब्स्क्राइब गर्न भएन भन्नु होला।